every indigenous elder I've ever learned from, they all say disease in the body starts with dis-ease in the mind. And so we can do all these things, eat better, detoxify our home, all of these things, and still struggle with our health. So we have to be right in the mind. And the breath work is such a powerful way to shift your energy and to lay the foundation for this mindset of healthier living. So we're going to begin with our detox and cleansing set that we taught you week 1. If you're just tuning in for the first time, you can go back and watch that video and learn it, because we're going to go through it rather fast today for those who've been practicing. So we'll start with just tuning into your own breath. If you are seated in a chair, make sure you're seated at the edge of the chair where your back is not resting on the back of the chair. If you're seated on the floor, you might use a meditation cushion or roll up a towel so the hips are slightly elevated and the knees drop down so that you take the pressure off your lower back. And we'll start with just closing the eyes and tuning into the breath. Notice where you're breathing from. Notice if the breath feels rather shallow, up in the throat or the chest. And see if you can begin to deepen the breath so that the belly expands as you inhale and slightly contracts as you exhale. This deep abdominal breathing starts to activate the rest and digest part of our nervous system. Nice deep breaths, inhaling as you expand and exhaling and releasing, contracting the belly slightly so you're pushing out all that stale, stagnant air. We'll do that a few more times on your own. Inhaling to energize, exhaling to calm. Inhaling, breathing into every cell, in through the nose. Exhaling and releasing what no longer serves you. One more deep breath in. And exhale. And then you can open your eyes or keep them closed. We'll move into breath of fire, which is a more activating breath. And it's really simple. You're going to start with taking an inhale through the nose, and then you're just going to focus on the exhale, as if you had a candle right in front of your nose and you were trying to blow the candle out with your exhale breath. So it's kind of like, and you might even imagine that the candle is out sort of further from you, and you really have to push that air out. Okay, so here we go. We're just going to do this for about a minute. Start with taking a breath in, exhale through the nose. Forceful exhale through the nose. Just think you're blowing out a series of candles about 6 to 12 inches in front of you. You can speed up the pace or keep it nice and slow. Just pump the navel, exhale through the nose. Ten more seconds. And settle the breath.
Open your eyes, come back into the space. Our next breath today is bellows breath. So what we're going to do is going to inhale, one complete inhale through the nose. And then we're going to do a 7-part exhale out of the nose. So the exhale is 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's one round. So let's do it again together. Inhale through the nose. 7-part exhale. Continue this breath for the next 1 minute. Inhaling through the nose, and a 7-part exhale out the nose.
Feel as if you're blowing out 7 candles now with the exhale.
Stay with the breath. 2 more rounds. When we control our breath, we control our energy. When we control our energy, we control our life. Last round. At the completion of this round, just find your natural breathing rhythm. Expanding the belly. Exhaling out through the top of the head.
The next one we'll move into is cleanse and activate. So hopefully we got enough room here.
All back up.
Okay, so this one's, you're going to use your arms. And this one is, remember, this one's really great for the lymphatic system, which is so key to detoxification. So you're going to make mitten hands, energy in the hands, arms up without drawing the shoulders up. Drop the shoulders down, arms are up. You're going to inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, and hit the sides of the body as you inhale and exhale. Nose, mouth, nose, mouth, nose, mouth, nose, mouth, nose, mouth. You can stay at this pace or you can speed it up a little bit. Listen to your body, follow the natural tendency of how you want to move, how your breath wants to activate and cleanse your own body. You can close your eyes, bring your gaze inward up to the point between your brows, and really focus on moving the breath and hitting the sides of the body. Your arms get tired, go deeper into your breath, bigger breath. Ten more seconds. Then inhale, extend the arms up. Hold the breath at the top of the inhalation. Exhale, release the arms down. Just feel the sensations in your body. Keep your eyes closed for a moment, focusing inward. Appreciating your amazing body and its power to detox all the toxins.
When you're ready, open your eyes, come back into the space. Now our favorite, we're going to create that industrial strength digestive system, Agni-Sar. So we're going to inhale through the nose, and then we're going to pump the navel 7 times, holding the breath. 6, 7, release the breath. through the nose. That's one round. Let's do it together. Inhale through the nose. Pump the navel 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Release the breath. Again, let's do this breath together. Inhale through the nose. Pump the navel 7 times while holding the breath. 6, 7. Release the breath. Let's continue this breath for 1 minute. You can close your eyes, focus at the spot in between your eyebrows. Stay with the breath. Two more complete rounds. At the completion of your second round, release the breath.
And we'll now move into alternate nostril breathing, or alone below. So you'll start with bringing your index finger and middle finger to that point between your brow. You'll use the right thumb to close the right nostril and left ring finger to close the left nostril. And you're going to alternate. So we'll start with closing the right nostril. Inhale through the left. Close both nostrils, open the right, and exhale. Inhale right. Close both nostrils, open the left, and exhale. Inhale left, that would be 1 round. Close both nostrils, open the right, and exhale. Inhale right. Close both nostrils, open the left, and exhale. That's 2 rounds. Continue on your own for a few more rounds. Bringing the body back into homeostasis, calming the nervous system, balancing the right and left hemispheres of the brain. Completing your last round by exhaling through the left nostril. And then releasing the hand down. Releasing control of the breath. Finding that organic breath again, noticing any sensations in the body. Notice any energy shifts. And then bring both palms together, pressing them into one another, feeling the sensations between each palm, grounding your energy, pressing thumbs to heart center, and offering yourself gratitude. Gratitude for nurturing your mind, body, and spirit. And offering gratitude for someone special in your life. And we offer gratitude to each and every one of you for being a part of this journey. We're going to go through what our challenges are for this week. So first of all, we're in week 3. Last week, we did Detox Your Body. And the previous week, it was, of course, Detox Your Mind. And so we're building on these healthy habits each and every week. And we've been getting some great questions. I've got a list of questions that we'll answer at the end. But one of the key questions that I got from somebody who's outside the challenge, but I thought it was worth just saying this to our entire group. Why detox? People are like, why do I need to detox? I eat healthy and this and that. And it kind of leads into what we're going to talk about today, because we're going to talk about detoxing your home. And so this is really critical when we think of our health, because yes, you may be eating healthy, you may be exercising routinely, but the fact of life is that we are exposed to toxins all over throughout our environment, and especially in our home. And these, of course, can lead to chronic health conditions, disease as we get older in life. But also one of the things that is just, I think, top of people's minds sometimes is it contributes to in unhealthy weight. So we've had some questions from people say, I just can't seem to lose the weight. And that may be because your body is very toxic. Even if you're eating healthy, you're exercising, you may be storing toxins in the body, and the toxins get stored in your fat cells. And that's sort of a protective function of your body, because they're protecting your organs, right? So they get stored in your fat cells. So all of the things that we're doing are not going to only help you live more healthy, but they're going to help you be at your truly healthy weight. And so we're going to talk about these categories today. And I'm excited to welcome our special guest, Taylor Winters, who is a physician assistant. She is she knows the research. This lady, she is who I go to when I'm asking questions about trying to understand our health at the cellular level. She's also an integrative health coach, and she is, I swear, she's the Detox Your Body extraordinaire. She has taken it to the next level, and she's going to share some of her things that she does in her life and things she's discovered. So excited to have you, Taylor. And we're just going to go through these kind of like we did last week. I'm going to share the challenges, and she's going to talk about how you do this. So the first challenge is do some laundry swap outs. And by swap outs, we mean swap out something toxic for a cleaner, healthier alternative. And the great thing about this is it's not only good for you, but it's good for the earth. And we are moving into Earth Day, right? So some things you can do are swap out your dryer sheets or those little fabric softeners for wool balls. In fact, this is our drawing today, so stay on till the end. We have some wonderful wool balls from New Zealand that you can use. She's going to talk about this a little bit. You can swap out your toxic detergents. Swap out your bleach that you might be using to get rid of stains or other sprays. So make a laundry swap out. Taylor, what do you want to tell us about our laundry habits?
Yeah, thanks for having me. So like Susan said, I think people would be really surprised. I was pretty surprised at where these toxins come from. You keep hearing that key word everywhere nowadays. And again, like she said, you think you can live a pretty healthy lifestyle, but some of the biggest issues I think with detergents are fragrances, and which can affect people in a couple of ways. Number one, be irritating. Number two, actual endocrine disruptors, so hormonal disruptions, which can tie into weight loss and all sorts of things, like Susan said. And then also just chemical irritants for people's skin. So those are the biggest things with, detergents, dryer sheets, really not anything that I would want to put on my skin. And I was pretty shocked to learn that, because I was a big Gain fan. I really liked the scent. It was awful. So yeah, those are some really basic things. I've got a couple of recipes for some DIY detergents. There's both like powdered options, liquid options. They're pretty easy to make. Throw some essential oils in there. That way you can get rid of that stuff. The dryer balls are really good. Drop some essential oils on the dryer balls. Let's see, for the, stain removers. Yeah, absolutely. Hydrogen peroxide, quite frankly, really handles, I would say, bodily fluids pretty well. Lemon and lime juice, you definitely don't want to be putting that on anything that's going to be in the direct sun, or else you'll end up bleaching your garments. Baking soda, vinegar, those types of things also help remove stain. Bleach is just something I've tried to do away with in my home. I keep it around for emergencies and like hardcore sanitation if I absolutely have to. However, I just have tried to wean it out. So those are some good options for laundry swap outs.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I recently discovered just how sensitive I am to bleach. I was traveling and I was like, I don't know why after that trip I started breaking out, like my skin started breaking out and I was getting really, really itchy. And I was like,
Mhm.
what in the world? And then I realized it was the bleach on the towels, the white towels. They were bleaching the sheets and and the towels, as would expect in that kind of area in a public, hotel. So as we age too, we tend to get more sensitive to these things. Or if we're going through a health crisis, you're going to be more sensitive because your detox pathways are overwhelmed. And so you
I was
may,
gonna say,
yeah.
it's detox. Like I think people get pretty overburdened as we age. So I think with the toxic stuff that people need to realize is, again, in PA school, I was taught, well, your body detoxes itself. You don't need to detox. Okay, well, our bodies were not under any way meant to handle the assault of modern day 2023. So they cannot handle this. I can tell you right now. So you do have to like do some things to help out. This is reducing and mitigating your exposure. And then there's things on the back end that you can do to actually detox your body, like you probably have covered.
Awesome. Absolutely. All right. So next is cleaning products, right? Make some cleaning products. Here's some ideas that you can do. We're going to suggest you swap out some toxic cleaning products, really do a thorough assessment of your wherever you keep your cleaning products in your kitchen or the closet. Same way with all of these, right? You're going to not only clean up have better products, but you're going to clean up your house, right? You probably got a lot of stuff that you can check out, and that's going to move some energy. So the other part of this challenge is we're going to challenge you to clean an area of your house that needs it most. And I kind of recommend the bedroom. And why the bedroom? Because hopefully you're spending at least 8 hours sleeping in your bedroom, breathing in that air. And again, recent experience, we were kind of waking up sniffly and I thought, gosh, what is going on? Are we coming down with something? And then it dawned on me, I wiped the top of the windowsill and it was black. Now we live in Hawaii and our windows are open all the time, and mold, dust, all of that is outside blowing in our windows. I did a good clean of the bedroom, got the dust up, got the mold out, vacuumed really well. And you know what? We all woke up, we were fine. So we were just breathing in something that was irritating our sinuses. So do a clean
Yep.
of some room. That's part of the
Yeah,
challenge as well.
I did the same thing the other day, just on top of door frames, windows, pictures, those deep places on top of shelves, those places you never think of. So try to do one of those as your challenge. But as far as basic cleaning products, same thing. I mean, we really just don't want to be inhaling chemicals. We really don't want those floating around in our air. We really don't want to be inhaling synthetic fragrances. So, you know, I was telling Susan, I watched a very interesting experiment from a microbiologist who did some experiments with some basic cleaning sprays, and actually a 3% hydrogen peroxide performed the absolute best. That's really cheap, right? Like hydrogen peroxide's cheap. And if you want to go even cheaper, you can buy it in bulk in like a 35%. That will last you forever. You can mix that in with a little bit of vinegar and lemon essential oils if you want. It's really, really easy. Those are easy things, but like, don't waste your money on poison at the store. And Clorox actually did not do well in the microbiology example I was talking about. The other option is definitely microfiber instead of like paper towels and Swiffer dusters when we're doing this challenge and kind of cleaning. Microfiber, actually, I was a compulsive paper towel user, and I've recently come around to the microfiber and really enjoyed it. So yeah, I guess that's all I really have to say on that. Just, we don't want to be spraying and inhaling poisons on our surfaces where our children touch, play, where we, our animals, and we experience our life. So
Totally. Absolutely. Okay, personal care products. Woo, this is a big one. Big, big, big one. So swap out some of your personal care products. Go through your bathroom cabinets. You can use that EWG or Think Dirty app if you're not sure, but you can also just read the labels. It's a good chance. If you cannot pronounce it, you probably don't want to put it on your body. Definitely if it has any, parabens, sulfates, any heavy metals, aluminum, which we put the deodorant at the top of the list. Why? Because you're putting that deodorant on right near your major lymphatic nodes, right? Your primary lymph nodes are right in here. And
the detoxification system.
Yes, say that one more time. Say that one more time.
The detoxification system of your body. You're like putting heavy metals straight up.
Yeah. So that is huge. And Taylor and I were talking about this. You might have to go through a few to find some that you like, because they talk the non-toxic deodorants can be tricky, but just try some, see how it goes. You'll find one that you'll like, and share with your family, your kids even. So that's huge. Hair care products, body care products, your toothpaste that you're putting in your mouth at least twice a day. Make sure you're using non-toxic toothpaste. Sunscreen is a big one. So we're getting ready to we're always using sunscreen here, but you all on the mainland are moving into summertime where you're using more sunscreen. Getting a sunscreen, if you say, if it's clean, we love reef friendly sunscreen here. If it's reef friendly, it's you friendly, because the sunscreens, the chemicals in the sunscreens are actually killing the reef. So think about what they're doing to your body if they're killing the reefs. So clean sunscreen. And then we put this one in as well, and Taylor will talk about some of what she loves to do, but make your own detox bath while you're going through all that stuff. Maybe you've got some old Epsom salts in there. Maybe you've got some baking. So use what you have and use it in a different way that maybe you haven't thought about.
Yeah, detox baths are just one of the best things overall that you can do to support the detoxification of your body. Self-care, just all the things. Baking salts also provide magnesium, which you absorb transdermally. Magnesium is a huge, huge nutrient that a lot of people are lacking, and it's really important for a lot of other nutrients as well. The biggest ingredients with sunscreens that you want to avoid are the benzenes, all the oxybenzenes and avobenzene and things like that. Like Susan said, reef friendly pretty much is a safe bet. Yeah, the LifeVantage products here are free of the parabens and the sulfates and things like that. There's endless amounts of options out there for these types of products.
Totally. Yes. And you can actually type in, if you're using the anti-aging cream, or, you can type in our body products into the Think Dirty app, and you're going to see they rate at like 0 or 1, which is like epic, right? Yeah. You'll be surprised, even some of the stuff that says organic that you might be using, you put it in the Think Dirty app and it's going to be 8 or 9, which means it's not good. You really don't want to be using it. It might have one organic product, but the other stuff in it is not so good. So yes, our LifeVantage products rate very high when it comes to, I should say very cleanly on those those apps that rate clean products. Another little plug I'm just going to put in, ladies, if you are not, if you haven't invested in some organic cotton bras, or just cotton bras, or maybe just going braless every now and then, you might want to consider it. Because again, those nylon bras, you're putting and they're often too tight, which means your lymph is not flowing as well. And the nylon, especially the athletic wear, you're seeing that lots and lots more in the news, have these harmful chemicals in them. And we've seen a rise in breast cancer in recent years. And part of that is the toxins that we're absorbing through things like our bras and all these products and our deodorants and what we're about to share now, which is a biggie. So your kitchen, right? You get to do some kitchen clean outs here too. So do one or more of the following kitchen swaps. Now, we don't want this to be overwhelming, right? We're just asking you to pick one of each of these categories. Just do something in one of each of the categories. This is not do it every day, but take some time this week and just go for it. So swapping out your toxic non-stick cookware for stainless steel, ceramic, or cast iron, right? And also includes aluminum, right? If you're cooking in aluminum, you're getting the aluminum. But the toxic cookware, we'll talk about that a little bit more, but toxic cookware, swapping out the plastic cups, especially if you've had them for a while and that plastic is breaking down when you're putting them in the dishwasher, water bottles, your old Tupperware, swap it out for glass. You can swap out, look at your canned food. Now, what we talk about week one, like we really want to move away from canned food, but I get it. Like I keep some, diced tomatoes and things like that. Well, make sure you can look and see if the can is BPA free, because there are toxic chemicals in those cans. But if you read the labels, you can find the little seal or the little label that says BPA free. Then swap out your table salt for high quality Himalayan salt, Celtic salt, Redmond real salt. Upgrade your salt, right? You want unprocessed salt, so you're getting all those trace minerals. Swap out your seed oils, canola oil, artificial sweeteners. All of these are not good for you. So I'm going to let Taylor talk about some of these, but that's the challenge for your kitchen part.
Sure. And it can be overwhelming when you start talking about detoxing. I dove into that world a couple years ago and I literally threw away my whole house. And don't do that. That's not what we're talking about. But do pick one, maybe one a month, one a week, whatever you feel like is realistic, and just start making some slow changes. As you run out of things, start replacing them with better things. That's the easiest thing. So with the nonstick cookware, please get rid of your nonstick cookware. It contains these what's called forever chemicals, the PFAS, the PFOAS, and those things are called forever chemicals because they never leave your body. And so when you cook on these nonstick and you scratch them all up, it's really, really one of the easiest and best things you can do in your kitchen. Plastic containers is a no-go. We don't need to be storing food in them. Obviously, BPA, same types of chemicals. We don't want to be consuming those. I would say seed oils would be my next biggest priority. There was such a big, I grew up on this canola oil, vegetable oil era when they were demonizing other healthy fats, and so much has come out since then on how inflammatory they are, absolutely contributing to disease, weight gain, et cetera, et cetera. So, healthier fats, there's vegan options, there's animal options. Healthier fats would be things like avocado oils, coconut oils, butter, ghee for the people who do consume animal products. Those are great. So I don't know how much time we have. I just was trying to speed through.
Yes, I know. We're a little bit over time, but we're at the end. This is it. So those are your the challenges for those 4 categories. We will send these slides out so that you have them, so you can kind of go back and remember the challenges. And we'll also send you, just like we have the previous weeks, a PDF, so you can give yourself some little check marks for when you do these. Same way with the week 1 and 2 habits. So remember, we're just layering on habits. So keep breathing, keep doing all the things that you're doing in terms of food and sleep and exercise and staying hydrated, and then try to make some of these healthy swap outs. So that's the check.
I wanted to make one comment on like the cleaning products. There are options you can buy, obviously. The cheapest option is like we talked about, but just be careful of greenwashing, which basically is like a marketing tactic where companies kind of make their bottles look clean and they market and they look really good, but they still contain a lot of things. So some brands you might know are like Miss Myers and Method and Seventh Generation. Some of those still contain a lot of synthetic fragrances, and those can be some of those endocrine disrupting things that we've previously discussed. So totally personal preference if you want to try to DIY some of this stuff versus purchase. There's a lot of options out there.
Absolutely. All right. Well, so we are going to open it up for questions, but I wanted to do our drawing first. Where's my drawing guy? My drawing guy's back there. He's got your names of the people who showed up and have been showing up and have been contributing and sharing and engaging. Oh, look at the sprouts. That's right. Thank you for the reminder. Who has been sprouting? Show those sprouts again, Sue. That's awesome. I love it. Yes. Fantastic. Fantastic. I know we had some other people sprouting. I don't know if they were here in the lab. Okay, here we go. Look at that.
Hey. Hey.
You are deserving.
Oh my gosh.
You are deserving of these and some more. I'll tell you what, I'll send you some of my favorite sprouting seed too, as well, because you showed up and you sprouted. All right, so you get some sprouting seeds, some balls. I love these wool balls. Put a little of your essential oils on them, throw them in the dryer with your stuff. It works great. And I actually think they help your clothes dry faster. So